walk around and show you a little bit of the grounds around here at our current stay at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort. The room tour was filmed separately, so look for that in an earlier upload. But anyway, for this little grounds tour, you guys know what to do. Grab yourselves a tasty treat and a beverage of your choice and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside this vlog at all times. We are staying here in the Toy Story section. These are actually considered preferred rooms, and by preferred, it doesn't really mean that your room necessarily is any different than the other rooms at the resort. It's just they have some sections that are deemed preferred because they're closer. This is considered rather close to the main dining, the main pool, the bus stop. As you can see, there's a big Buzz Lightyear on one side and Woody on the other. And lots of fun theming that we're going to take a look at. What you just saw Teddy playing on was like these like life-size checkers. They're not movable, but they make nice little like stepping stones or seating benches or any of that. As you can see, the blocks spell Woody near Woody and Buzz near Buzz, and Rex and Bo are here in the center. Did you see these, Teddy, honey? Rex and Bo. Look, there's little stepping stones in front of Rex. You want to get your picture taken in front of Rex? Look at you jumping on the stepping stones. Yeah? And of course, Woody has the Andy written on his foot because he is Andy's toy. You have the Green Army men lining the top floors on both sides. Oh, look, there's stepping stones in front of Buzz too. You see this, honey? Over here, there's stepping stones in front of Buzz. And of course, on this building, it says to infinity and beyond. Hop. Teddy's excited. There's stepping stones in front of Bo as well. And of course, placed appropriately, Bo is standing out here in front of Woody. And they have like these doorways. So there's one on that side, and then there's one like a window. So it looks like a back wall with a window that faces the parking lot. So as you can see, if you did bring a rental car or your own car, you can park fairly close to the sections that you'll be staying in. And then, of course, there's a big sign here that says it's Andy's room, keep out, except Molly. That's a big door, isn't it? And then we come out here. So the Toy Story section is as far as you can go on that side. And then we kind of come out here into this courtyard area. And this is super cute as well. Out here, there's RC. Teddy was gonna climb in, but we think he's a little warm right now because he's sitting right out in the bright sun. And then of course the stairways are designed after the Bucket O Soldier. Ooh, table tennis. I think it's a little warm to play ping pong right now, sweetie. Kind of bright and sunny out here. We'll come back later. We'll play later when it gets cooler. They have the checkers you can actually play with, as well as the chess set. I think it's a little warm right now, sweetie. We can play later when it cools down. Also a little like foosball, another stairway that's a Bucket O Soldiers. And what Teddy's excited about is I talked him into coming over here by the playground. So this is super cool that our building is right next to the playground at this resort. And it is a little bit, well, partially shaded right now. As you can see, the sun does hit some of it. He's been here with Mark before. This is my first time actually seeing this playground. This is cute, Teddy. This is super cute. Oh, I see, there's a ramp. I was like, how do adults get down there? And there is a nice ADA accessible ramp. We have one little set over here. It's not bad. So some of it is sand. A lot of it is sand. And then there's some like squishy pad, I call it. But as you can see, there's 2 entrances, so you could come in from that side as well. They have some benches to sit on, so I think I'll do that for a while Teddy plays. But really nice size playground. Let me test slides first. Most of them I think are pretty shaded still. There's no other kids here right now, so I can film this to kind of catch you guys up. Our grounds tour got disrupted by pool time. Teddy decided he was ready for the pool. So we were in the main pool, the Fantasia pool, for quite a while. And there's ambient music playing, so I'm gonna split up my clips. So then we were in the big pool for a while, then we came over here in the splash pad, and he was playing with some other kids for quite a while, and then they just left with their family. So now he's just, you can barely see his blonde head over there. He's been having fun. Working a little bit more on the grounds tour. After swim time, Teddy and I did go grab him some lunch. Now he's back in the room with Mark. I don't know if I'm gonna wander the resort for a while or catch a bus and go resort hopping, but out here by the main building, right on the outside of the world premiere food court, is a spot called the Real Spot. Kind of a nice little shady nook. I haven't been in here in years. Mark was saying when he came through last night from Magic Kingdom, he noticed this is where they were having the nightly resort movie, and what a cute spot to do that in. But even if, like, say you're wandering, they do have a couple of nice tables in here. Say you wanted somewhere quiet to just kind of sit, or sit with a board game or something, or sit with your laptop that's outdoors but shady and maybe not near the hubbub of the pool. This would be a nice afternoon spot. Just kind of to, you know, it's nice and shady in here. I like how they do this, and this is super cute. So look how they have movie posters to tell you what the lineup is. They also have coming soon for the recreation activities here. But look, so Sunday night, Mary Poppins. Monday, Jungle Book. Tuesday, Tron. Wednesday, Strange World. Thursday, Zootropolis. Friday, so that was last night, Incredibles was playing. I know Mark said he saw that. So then tonight is Moana. What a cool spot. And what a cool way to advertise what your nightly rec movie is. Give you one more look from further back before I head on. Now the main pool area is kind of crazy right now, so I don't really want to show that with all the families plus the loud music. So maybe what I'll do is I'll hold off on the rest of this resort grounds tour, try to get my butt up really early in the morning and come out when there's not a lot of hubbub here in the main area. And then I'll show you the rest. I think I'm gonna take advantage of some solo mom time right now and actually go hop on a few buses and go resort hop and get some steps in. We stayed out really late tonight. I did go off and I did some solo walking and filming, and then the boys ended up joining me, and we had quite the evening, and we just got off the bus, just got in the quick service just before it was closing, and I knocked something off my bucket list. I have opened the quick service in the morning many times. I've never officially closed the quick service. I was the last one through the cash register. On the wrong side of the road. The odd things you start having on your Disney, on the wrong side of the road. On your Disney bucket list. So we're walking back to our room. So what I got, I'll have to show you differently because I can't aim at it right now, is we got a cute little cupcake. This one of their springtime cupcakes, and Teddy wanted one more Uncrustable before bed. So we had to stop and say hi to RC on our way back because RC was too hot earlier. So now RC is not too hot. We had to sit in RC. We got the special carrot cake safely upstairs so I could get quick pictures and video, and then I gotta go grab ice. And then I'm gonna come back and enjoy it. I have to laugh. We're checking out now. Teddy talked all morning. He was gonna help me finish the grounds tour. We took our stuff out to our van and we started walking back up through the Toy Story section, and he grabbed his father and he's like, playground. So Mark's gonna sit with him at the playground, and I'm gonna walk you guys around and show you some of the other sections that I haven't shown in any of our recent videos yet. So let's go finish this up. It is a beautiful morning this morning, so actually I'm glad Teddy's gonna get some playground time in before we really take the whole huge drive we have to do today. This is good because I'll be able to show you the pool because it's pretty empty right now. This is the Fantasia pool. It is the main pool here. The only other pool is the Mighty Ducks pool. Teddy and I were in this yesterday and actually the day before. We had a ton of fun in this last couple of days. We are getting ready to open it up for the day. But if ever you're doing like resort filming and stuff, the best time to get video of the pool is like before they open it, before people really start filling it up. To try to catch you guys up on a lay of the land, I just came from that direction. So I came from there up to here. That's the Toy Story section. I showed you like where they do the movies. Right here is the pool bar, the food court. This is the main building where you would do check-in, guest services, the food court, luggage services, all of that. So if you were to come out the back side here, you would come and look directly at the pool. And then, as always, there's several maps around the resort. So if you lose your way, look for one of these. The first thing I'll point out is every resort has a suggested running trail. General look. So Cinema Hall, that is what I'm referring to. That is the official name of what I call the main building, which is where your check-in, luggage services, your gift shop, your food court, all of that. So if you were to be dropped off, like say you flew into Florida and you got here from the airport by like whatever transportation, ground transportation or Uber, they would drop you off kind of right out here to the side by the 18, and you could go in and check in. Out front where you see the 16 and all those little like odd shapes on the yellow, that's the bus transportation for Disney transportation to go to the theme parks or Disney Springs or the water park and stuff. So out here is where I am, looking at the pool, and that is off to the left, the Toy Story section. We were in building 9. So 9 and 10 is Toy Story, is considered preferred rooms. If you were to go to the right, that would be like the Dalmatian section where Teddy and I stayed a little over a month ago. And beyond that, the Mighty Duck section. Now, some of the Dalmatian rooms are considered preferred. A lot of them are considered standard. And then you get out to the Mighty Ducks and that is standard rooms. And that is a nice pool out there though. I mean, that's a really cute, what they call a quiet pool. So come back, and if you were to go behind the Fantasia pool, you would have the Fantasia section, which is considered preferred rooms, and then out behind is the Love Bug section. I was really hoping to get Teddy to want to walk back there with me, but the playground's shady right now, so I'm not going to push it. And Mark could probably use some sit-down time before we meander into a few adventures today before we make the push back to Everglades National Park. So let's go on. You saw us a little bit at the Dalmatian section when Teddy and I stayed here a little over a month ago, but I'm gonna walk down and just kind of show you around down there, then loop back to Love Bug, come up Fantasia, and then pick the boys back up at Toy Story. Signs also pointing you in several directions and give the building numbers. There is guest laundry available by the duck pond, as well as out here by the Fantasia pool. It is really not a very far walk from the main building to the Dalmatian section. And then it's not a very long walk even out here to the Mighty Duck section. And it is breezy this morning, so I apologize if I'm getting a lot of breeze. Looking back, as you can see, you can still really, even in your distance, see the Fantasia pool, the outline of the main building. Nothing here is really a really far walk. So this is the restrooms. I like how it's themed after like a sports locker. The women are the daisies. Then you have guest laundry. Like I said, there's another guest laundry up by the Fantasia pool. And the men's room is the Donald's. And they do have showers, so if you want to shower operate when you get out of the pool, you can do that. A lot of ambient music that I'm sure is heavily copyrighted, but I'm just going to kind of walk and talk here. I want to show a lot of this because I think fairy godmother Mary would like this. She's a hockey fan, so I think she'd like seeing this section. As you can see, there's staircases here. Look like net goals. The hockey sticks, the pucks, even the pool here, themed heavily to look like a hockey rink. So again, here's another look at the quiet pool, and as you can see, it even has like the red line. Really good on the theming. And this, again, a really nice close-up look. You'd go under that to go to the elevators. And now I've looped all around the circle, and I like the lights on these, that it does look like a scoreboard. And I think that's just like where the custodial offices are, and you know, the building that actually runs the pool and stuff, but it's super, super themed. So that is the end on that section. Like Toy Story was one end cap up there. Mighty Ducks is as far as you can go within All-Star Movies. You could continue to walk and you'd be into All-Star Music. And actually, if you're staying in the Mighty Ducks section, you might want to consider utilizing the buses for All-Star Music, because that bus stop is actually closer to you there than it is up here. Really good lighting. This whole entire resort really is super fun theming. So, as you can see, they have fire hydrants for their stairwells. And then you come into the Fantasia section. So we're actually gonna turn right here and walk down through that side. And then we'll come back up the other side. Quick look at that side door there, where if you were dropped off by ground transportation or Uber or Lyft or something, that's where you would enter. That's also where Bell Services is for your luggage service. And it's getting nice and breezy. It is going to be a beautiful morning around property. This breeze is gorgeous. Another little look at the main pool before they get it opened and get it crowded. I wanted to point out, because I am a mom of a child who's not fully swimming on his own yet, they do have life coats here, life jackets that are for your use complimentary. So that's a good help. So you don't have to try to bring your own. I mean, we live in Florida. I still don't want to lug mine around and have my wet life coat around with me. So whether you're flying in or even if you're a Floridian local, it's kind of nice when you can just use these and then hang them back on the rack. Also, it's kind of the back side, so you can't really see it, but this brownish kind of container, that's for pool towels. So you don't have to bring down your room towels. Actually, trust me, housekeeping does not want you to bring down your room towels because they're washed differently, and room towels are different than pool towels. So you don't even have to bring your own. I mean, you can bring your own beach towels if you want to, but if you don't want to have that in your luggage either, you can use one of the pool towels, and then you can just deposit it back in the dirty towel slot and don't have to even take them back to your room or anything.
It'll be magic today because the Fantasia pool is open!
Wow, I've never caught that before. That was really cool. That was really neat to catch them actually giving the announcement that the pool is open. So now I'm going past the Fantasia section. Here is building 5. And you can see familiar characters from the Fantasia movie. And again, these are considered preferred rooms due to the proximity, not because of the actual room is any different than like Dalmatians or Mighty Ducks. The rooms are actually the same. It's just proximity to the main pool and the main building. And here is the icon I love in this section, the sorcerer's hat, where you would, you know, behind there you would find the elevator for that building. I love the sorcerer's hat. Looking across, which I'll actually walk back up by it in a minute, but sometimes you get a better view and lighting if you look across. And then directly out behind the Fantasia section is the Love Bug section, which are buildings 6 and 7. I knew this had to be here somewhere, but I did not know where it was in this resort. Good morning, Donald. Good morning, Daisy. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is this is where the community fire pit is. So when they do the evening campfire with the roasting of marshmallows and stuff, this is where you would find it. Way out to kind of the back side of the Fantasia section before you get to the Love Bug section. I was out the day we checked in with Teddy, and I was wondering where it was because Teddy asked about it. I honestly did not know, so I'm really glad I walked back past here. I don't usually come back to this far back in the resort, so super glad that I did to learn that. I know perhaps to many generations younger than me, this section probably doesn't have much significance to anyone, but Mark and I are old enough to be familiar with this movie. And it's going to get really breezy down here, which again is beautiful. It's beautiful out here walking right now. But sometimes when you're filming, you do kind of get it in the mic. So if that's happening, I apologize. This is super cute. Really, really cute winner's circle. Good old Herbie, number 53, the Love Bug. I really wish I could have got Teddy back here. I think if he didn't pass by the playground, he would be very happy to run around through all this. As I've mentioned before, there is parking all around the outside perimeter of the resort. So if you were staying in one of these rooms and you had a rental car or your own personal vehicle, there is parking. You wouldn't have to really walk all the way through all of the resort to get to your car. This is really cool. That plaque says Winner's Circle. This is the actual car that was used in the Magic Kingdom parades from 1970. Is that 8 or 9? Let me look. I gotta get closer. The sun is 1978 to 1990. That's super cool. Side note for my nature nerdy people, whatever those pink flowers are, they smell phenomenal because I didn't smell that smell till I got close to this section. So the aroma coming off these pink flowers is phenomenal. Really, really strong and vibrant. And don't ask me what they are. I do not know what they are, but they are fragrant. All right, time to walk back up towards the boys. In my opinion, this would be the section that is the furthest away from the main area, the main pool, the buses that take you to the theme parks, quick service, all of that. So if distance for all of that is a concern, probably stay in one of the other sections and not Love Bug. I am turning to walk up this side like I showed you before, to walk up towards Cinema Hall and the playground. Before I get the real ambient music kicking in again, I just wanted to say I don't think I'm going to go in the main building today. I showed a little bit of that before, and right now is prime checkout. So people who are waiting for ground transportation back to the airport or whatever, or heading to the parks a little bit late, everyone's in there having breakfast and everything. Plus, if I take Teddy up there, we'll get sucked into the arcade for like forever. So I'm gonna loop kind of back around out here behind the splash pad and try to meet up with the boys at the playground. So I'm gonna close it out. Really enjoyed this stay. The last day I had with Teddy, it was a little bit hectic because Pop Warner was going on. I found out that's what it was. It wasn't just a few groups of cheerleaders or anything, it was Pop Warner. So every single all-star, all 3 of them were booked solid. So that was part of the stress that Teddy and I had on our last visit. Whereas this visit, you had a few youth groups we saw, but really, it's kind of a shoulder season. We haven't had any trouble with dining. Bus is a little busy at the end of the night, but overly tolerable, and therefore it was an awesome stay for us, and we would highly recommend it. Peace and love, gang. Keep adventuring, and hey, what's next? Bonus clip. So we're now officially ending. Mark's taking the van over to Disney Springs, and Teddy and I are catching the bus because we had to buy our toy. What did you pick out this time? RC with Woody. Woody's driving RC, huh? Just be careful with it on the bus because we don't want to drop it. Probably when we start, I'll put it in the backpack, okay?
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, we just wanted to show everybody, huh?